Hello, this is Goku 4071, and I'm back here with a review. But not just a review, but I'm going to be reviewing SyFy's Alice. Also, after that, there will be a video where I review Alice in Wonderland. And then I thought about it, and I plan to do what I want to see come out of the Alice in Wonderland franchise. Okay, let's begin with a review of SyFy's Alice. Okay, so SyFy has been doing some original pictures recently, and they did Tin Man, which I will eventually get around to doing. It came out a few years ago, and it was basically a retelling of the classic tale Wizard of Oz with a twist. And it was really good. I enjoyed it, everything. So after the success of it, and after it did well, they decided to do their own Alice in Wonderland. And so they did, and they called it Alice. So SyFy's Alice is a retelling of Alice in Wonderland, but it's not a direct retelling. It's actually there are a lot of differences between the classic story Alice and this. It is similar in many ways, but it is fairly different in many other ways. And so, unlike Tin Man, this movie comes out right and tells you that this is a sequel to the classic story. That this is the second time it happened. Now, the story actually begins with, or the story about the movie is that this girl named Alice met this guy, and he tries to get engaged to her, and he's going to give her this really big ring, and she says no, and because they had just met, and a chance coincidence, they end up going into Wonderland. And throughout it, she has to try to get home, but she has to find the looking glass, the stone of the looking glass, to get home. And they go on an adventure, and the Mad Hatter tries to help her get home, going through an adventure and meeting a lot of characters that you would recognize. You meet the caterpillar. You meet the White Rabbit. You meet, obviously, the Red Queen, among a lot of other things. And the first half of this, I liked it. It was very enjoyable. They did a lot of very interesting things. The Red Queen is the owner of a casino, and it was really interesting what they did with the casino. It's a playing cards casino, and they do something really interesting with it. That basically they take people from the real world, they bring them here, and then they suck out feelings out of them, and they sell them. And that was kind of an interesting concept. And I love the dancing girls. They have these dancing girls in the casino, and that stuck in my mind. And it's not just because they're good looking; it's because it's different, it's interesting, and it reminds me very much of the classic story. And there's the White Knight that helps them out. And a lot of other things. And the story in the first half was really good. And then they end it. And I didn't really like the ending that much. I say do definitely watch it. They do a lot of very interesting things with it. They have a really good scene with Tweedledum and Tweedledee. And the classic character is a little bit twisted. None of them are animals. They decided to do them all people, which it does work how they did it. And this is a little bit more mature than the actual story, at least the Disney version of the story. I've never actually read the book, and I don't know how adult it is. But yeah, I think I give this a 7 out of 10. It is worth watching. If you just watch the first half, obviously you want to see the end, but yeah, it is at least worth watching for the first half. The first half is really good. The second half is where it actually does fall down. This is Goku 4071 here with my first part of my Alice reviews. The second one will be Alice in Wonderland, the remake from Disney, or the sequel, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, leave a comment or a video response. See you next time.